Hello, dear learners, and welcome to an amazing journey. Today, you're not just going to read a story, you're going to live it. This is a story about pain, war, failure, and incredible success. It's about a family that never gave up when everything went wrong. You will learn how one small idea became a huge business. You'll see how they turned big problems into smart solutions. You'll discover how they became leaders and stayed kind even when they were very successful. And here's the best part. You won't just feel inspired, you'll also improve your English. Every sentence uses simple, clear English that's perfect for your level. While you follow this amazing story, you're not just learning about business, you're making your vocabulary stronger and building your confidence. So, take a deep breath. Put away anything that might distract you. Let this story teach you how to start from zero, how to build something that lasts forever, and how to believe in yourself when nobody else does. This is the story of Toyota, the car company that became the biggest in the world. This is about never giving up. Let's begin. Part 1. The beginning. Before the beginning. Before Toyota cars existed, there was a little boy named Sakichi Toyota. He was born in 1867 in a small Japanese village. His family was very poor. His father was a carpenter. There was no electricity, no cars, no factories, only rice fields and hard work. But Sakichi was different. He loved machines. While other children played with toys, Sakichi watched how things worked. One day, he saw his mother using a wooden loom to make cloth. It was slow and difficult. Sakichi thought, I can build something better. At age 18, Sakichi began building machines with his hands. He had no engineering degree, no rich teacher, no modern tools. He only had a dream to help people through better machines. By age 23, he built his first improved loom. It was faster and made better cloth. People were amazed. How did this poor boy create such a machine? But Sakichi wasn't satisfied. He kept improving year after year. In 1891, Sakichi got his first patent. He called it the Toyota wooden hand loom. Soon after, he opened his first small factory in Nagoya. He was no longer just a dreamer. He was now an inventor and business leader. By 1906, Sakichi created something revolutionary, the automatic power loom. This machine could stop automatically if a thread broke. It saved time and cloth. This automatic stopping system would later become important in Toyota cars, a safety feature where machines stop when something goes wrong. Sakichi had a son named Kiichiro Toyota, born in 1894. Kiichiro grew up watching his father work hard, fail, and try again. He inherited not just his father's name, but also his determination and vision. In 1921, Kiichiro traveled to London, England. There he saw something that changed his life forever. Cars. People were driving, fixing, and loving automobiles. He thought, why don't we build cars in Japan? But there was a problem. In Japan, there were almost no Japanese cars. People bought expensive cars from Western countries. Nobody believed Japan could build its own car industry. But Kiichiro believed. He returned to Japan with one mission. I will build a Japanese car by Japanese hands for Japanese people. In 1929, Sakichi was getting old. Kiichiro wanted to build cars, but he needed money. So they made the biggest decision of their lives. They sold the patent rights of the automatic loom to a British company for $150,000, over $2.5 million in today's money. This money wasn't used for luxury. It was used for one crazy idea. Build a car company in Japan from nothing. Inside Toyota Automatic Loom Works, they created a new department, the automobile division. It was just a small room with a small team and a big dream. Nobody believed in them. People laughed and said, "Japan will never compete with Ford." But Kiichiro didn't care. He said, "If we don't start now, we'll always be behind." After 2 years of hard work, in 1935, they completed their first car, the Toyota A1. It wasn't perfect or beautiful, but it was Japanese, built by Japanese people for Japanese roads. Birth of Toyota Motor Company. In August 1937, Kiichiro officially separated the car department from the loom company. He founded Toyota Motor Company Limited. But wait, their family name was Toyota. Why was the company called Toyota? There were 2 reasons. 1. In Japanese writing, Toyota uses 8 strokes, and 8 is a lucky number meaning growth and success. 2. Toyota was easier to pronounce in other languages. Starting a car company in 1937 Japan was almost impossible. Japan had no car engineering experience. People were poor and couldn't afford cars. Most believed American cars were better. But Kiichiro had something powerful: conviction. He believed, we don't need to be the best right now. We just need to begin. Just when Toyota was learning to walk, World War II began in 1939. By 1941, Japan entered the war. Everything changed. Toyota was forced to stop making cars for people. They had to make military trucks for war. Resources were limited. Metal and rubber were hard to find. Bombs were falling everywhere. Toyota survived by making trucks with only one headlight to save metal. They used wooden parts because rubber wasn't available. It wasn't about profit, it was about survival. In August 1945, Japan surrendered. The war ended, but the country was destroyed. Toyota was almost dead. Their factories were damaged, employees were jobless, and people were starving. Who needed cars? Toyota tried to rebuild. They created small cars and buses, but the company was losing money fast. By 1949, Toyota was deeply in debt. They could barely pay salaries. In early 1950, Toyota was forced to lay off 1,600 workers, 25% of the company. Workers were angry. There were strikes and protests. Kiichiro Toyota felt responsible for the pain. In June 1950, he resigned as president. Months later, he died of a stroke at age 57. He never saw what his dream would become. But the dream wasn't dead. This is where real legends are born, not in victory, but in failure and loss. Part 2, The Incredible Comeback. After Kiichiro's death, Toyota was like a ship without a captain. But some people refused to let it die. One was Eiji Toyota, Kiichiro's cousin. Eiji wasn't loud or famous, but he was smart and obsessed with improvement. He took on the impossible mission: bring Toyota back to life. Surprisingly, help came from their former enemy, America. In June 1950, the Korean War began. The U.S. Army needed thousands of trucks and turned to Japan for help. Toyota got the contract to supply over 5,000 military trucks. This brought millions of dollars and gave Toyota a chance to restart. The U.S. military loved Toyota's trucks. They were tough, reliable, and easy to fix. In 1950, Eiji Toyota visited Ford Motor Company in Detroit. Ford was making 8,000 cars per day, while Toyota made less than 100 per month. But Eiji didn't feel small. He felt curious. He studied Ford's systems and thought, how can we do this with less money, fewer people, and better quality? He returned to Japan with engineer Taiichi Ono, and together they created the famous Toyota Production System, TPS, with 2 main principles. 1. Just in time. Don't keep huge stock. Get what you need when you need it. 2. Jidoka. If a machine finds a problem, it stops automatically. Every worker could stop production to fix mistakes. This system made Toyota faster and better without needing billions of dollars. In 1955, Toyota released the Toyota Crown, their first true passenger car. It was comfortable, reliable, and fully made in Japan. For the first time, middle-class Japanese families could own a car they felt proud of. Toyota made a bold move: enter the U.S. market. In 1957, they opened their first American office in Hollywood and exported the Crown to America. But it failed badly. The Crown was too slow for American highways and overheated quickly. Sales were terrible. Instead of giving up, Toyota said, "Let's listen, learn, and improve." This mindset would transform everything. Back in Japan, the economy was recovering. People wanted affordable cars, and Toyota's sales exploded. By 1962, Toyota had made its 1 millionth vehicle. Toyota asked one question: what kind of car does the average family need? Not a sports car or luxury car, but something that could carry a small family, be cheap to maintain, use less fuel, survive for decades, be easy to repair anywhere. In October 1966, the Toyota Corolla was born. The name means small crown in Latin. It was compact, fuel-efficient, inexpensive, and built with incredible precision. In 1968, Toyota launched the Corolla in America. This time, people didn't laugh. They were curious. Gas prices were rising, and the Corolla gave 32 miles per gallon, cost less than $1,700, and never broke down. In just 2 years, Corolla became a hit. It wasn't flashy, but it was perfectly reliable. With Corolla's success, Toyota's revenue grew dramatically. 1965, less than $1 billion. 1970, over $3 billion. 1975, almost $10 billion. 1980, over $25 billion. By 1974, the Toyota Corolla became the best-selling car in the world. Today, over 50 million Corollas have been sold, more than any other car in history. Toyota began building factories worldwide, in Thailand, Australia, Germany, Canada, and more. Instead of shipping every car from Japan, they built where customers lived. This made cars cheaper and created local jobs. In 1973, a global oil crisis made fuel expensive. Big American cars became too costly to drive, but Toyota's fuel-efficient cars were suddenly the smart choice. Sales skyrocketed. Part 3. The Luxury Challenge. By the 1980s, Toyota dominated the affordable car market, but there was one world left to conquer: luxury cars. People believed Japanese companies were good for cheap cars, but could never compete with Mercedes-Benz or BMW. Toyota smiled. They were already building a secret weapon. In 1983, Toyota chairman Eiji Toyota called a secret meeting. Can we create a luxury car to compete with the world's best? This became Toyota's biggest project ever. Over 1,400 engineers, minus $1 billion budget, 450 prototypes, over 2 million test miles. They couldn't launch this as Toyota because people didn't see Toyota as luxury. So they created a completely new brand: Lexus. After 6 years of development, the Lexus LS400 was ready. It had a V8 engine, perfect suspension, near-zero cabin noise, and cost only $35,000, compared to a $60,000 Mercedes. Car magazines were blown away. Headlines said, "Lexus changes everything." In its first year, Lexus became the #1 luxury import brand in America. In the 1990s, the world began worrying about climate change and air pollution. Toyota asked, if we're the world's biggest car company, shouldn't we be the most responsible? In 1993, Toyota began working on a radical idea: a car that would use less gasoline, create less pollution, be affordable, and work like a normal car. They created the hybrid engine, a car with both a gasoline engine and electric motor. A smart computer decides when to use each one. Electric motor for slow driving. Dash, gasoline engine for power and speed. Energy captured when braking. The result? Less gas used, fewer emissions, lower fuel bills. In 1997, Toyota launched the Prius, Latin for to go before. It got over 50 miles per gallon and cost around $20,000. At first, people were confused. But then celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks started driving Priuses to show they cared about the environment. By 2010, Toyota had sold over 2 million Priuses globally, saving billions of gallons of gasoline and millions of tons of carbon emissions. In 2009, tragedy struck. Reports came out about Toyota cars accelerating on their own and brakes not working. Between 2009 and 2010, Toyota recalled over 9 million vehicles worldwide and spent more than $2 billion fixing problems. Akio Toyoda, the founder's grandson and new president, did something most CEOs wouldn't do. On February 24, 2010, he appeared before the U.S. Congress and said, "I am deeply sorry for any accident Toyota drivers have experienced. I take full responsibility. In our push for growth, we lost focus on customers. We are deeply sorry." His voice cracked, his eyes filled with tears. He bowed. It wasn't performance. It was real pain. After the apology, Toyota didn't hide. They created new quality control teams, built real-time alert systems in cars, invested over $5 billion in safety innovation, slowed growth to rebuild their values. By 2012, Toyota had regained public trust. Their cars were safer and more thoroughly tested than ever. Today, Toyota employs over 370,000 people in over 170 countries, with annual revenue over $275 billion. They sell over 12 million cars per year and remain one of the world's most respected companies. But they're not stopping. Toyota is now investing in electric cars for all brands, self-driving technology, hydrogen-powered vehicles, flying cars concepts, Dash, smart cities powered by clean energy. In 2021, Toyota began building Woven City in Japan, a prototype city where cars, homes, and life are powered by clean energy and artificial intelligence. This story teaches us powerful lessons. 1. You can start from nothing. From a poor boy building wooden looms to a global empire. Never say, "I don't have enough." Say, "What can I build with what I have?" 2. Innovate quietly. Let results be loud. Toyota didn't fight competition. 2. They built Corolla, Camry, Lexus, Prius. Let your work be your voice. 3. Apologize, fix, improve. When you make mistakes, don't hide. Accept them, apologize, then rebuild with double the heart. 4. Think 50 years ahead. While others chase quick profits, Toyota builds for the next generation. 5. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You don't have to move fast. You just have to move forward without stopping. Toyota is proof that greatness isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about rising after them. It's proof that from silence, failure, and nothing, you can build something that moves the world. And so we reach the end of this incredible journey, the story of how a poor boy named Sakichi Toyoda, who watched his mother struggle with a broken wooden loom, sparked a revolution that would transform the entire world. From those humble beginnings in a small Japanese village in 1867, through the vision of his son Kiichiro, who dared to dream of Japanese cars on Japanese roads, through the dark days of war and near bankruptcy, through the birth of the legendary Corolla that became the world's best-selling car, through the luxury revolution of Lexus, through the green revolution of the Prius hybrid, and through every crisis and comeback, Toyota never forgot one simple truth: never stop improving, never stop caring, never stop believing. Today, when you see a Toyota on the street, when you hear about hybrid technology, when you witness any company apologizing with genuine remorse and rebuilding with integrity, you're seeing the fruits of that little boy's dream from over 150 years ago. This wasn't just a business story. This was a human story, a story proving that from the deepest poverty, from the most devastating failures, from the humblest beginnings, you can build something that moves the world forward. Remember this: you don't need a perfect start. You don't need a clear path. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to begin, to persist, and to never stop improving. From nothing, everything is possible. This is Toyota. This is transformation. This is proof that dreams, no matter how small, can reshape the world. This is proof that dreams, no matter how small, can reshape the world. Thank you for taking this journey with us. Your English has grown stronger, your vocabulary richer, and your understanding deeper. Most importantly, you now carry within you the Toyota spirit, the knowledge that with patience, determination, and continuous improvement, any dream can become reality.